After jazz band leader Marcus witnesses the murder of clairvoyant performer Helga, her body smashed through her apartment window, and to the casual escape of the suspected killer, Marcus becomes entangled in an independent investigation of the serial killer on the loose, reluctantly aided by the feisty feminist and journalist Jana. As the body count rises, with Marcus's own curiosity putting his own life on the line, the killer is on his tracks. It all means that the murder mystery must be resolved as soon as possible, before it's too late. This is Dario Argento's Deep Red, a stylish Giallo murder mystery that reinforces Argento's distinctive theatrical approach to filmmaking, while also challenging the sexist gender stereotyping that was commonplace within the 1970s, challenging the traditional concepts of masculinity and femininity. Directed before one of his most famous works, Suspiria, Deep Red also demonstrates Dario Argento's mastery of dark mysteries drenched in gory horror, elevating trashier art to a higher standard by embracing the absurd and camp, yet never disposing of the logical nature of its mystery's solution. Dario Argento's approach to filmmaking is undeniable, embracing the absurdist camp and the vividly disturbing, meshing the two into a distinctive voice that is Argento's own. While not as colourfully vivid as his later film Suspiria, Deep Red is still colourful with its bright focus on the titular red of everything, puddles of blood, the thread of a voodoo doll. Colour still holds a visual significance here, adding a sensuality to the theatrical and imaginative violence. Writing for The New Yorker, Elena Patton elaborates on Dario Argento's unique filmmaking voice, stating that Argento revels in over-the-top horror that toes the line between ridiculous and disturbing. The murderer, bestowed with an appreciation of camp, taunts victims with gramophone lullabies and stripped baby dolls, which hang from the ceiling like party streamers. These affectations are not so subtle clues to what lurks below the plot's surface, and Hemmings is perfect as the art house anti-hero whose self-indulgence gives him the privilege of not understanding how trauma can create a killer. Providing a confrontational style of flamboyance and terror on the surface, Dario Argento's filmmaking isn't simply style, but also provides a reflective assessment of his film's protagonist, Marcus, played by David Hemmings, who underestimates the killer's identity, depth of trauma, the significance of the clues, and potential to kill, challenging an outdated, chauvinistic attitude regarding traditional gender roles and stereotypes. Throughout Deep Red, Marcus's own sexist misconceptions are often challenged, therefore also challenging any sexist misconceptions the audience viewing the film may hold, whether back during the film's initial release in the 1970s, or viewers watching the film in the present day. There are numerous examples of Deep Red challenging the traditional concepts of masculinity and femininity, such as Jana Brezzi, the feisty reporter adamant in solving the case of Helga's murder, played by Daria Nicolodi. Dario Argento's co-writer for Suspiria, a young career woman with a feminist attitude, who frequently counter-argues Marcus's sexist ideas of women, even beating him in an arm wrestle to demonstrate that women aren't simple delicate beings, like Marcus suggested. The supporting character Massimo Ricci, the romantic partner of Marcus's bandmate Carlo, is presented in feminine clothing and makeup, yet retains a thin moustache, while the identity of Massimo is not necessarily clarified, whether trans or gender fluid. The character is still clearly an example of an individual challenging the traditional notions of what it means to be masculine and or feminine, with their androgynous appearance. Reinforcing Deep Red's ability to challenge sexism, Anton Bittel wrote for Little White Lies elaborating on this, stating that there is something about the sight of Marcus sunk into the broken passenger seat of Jana's barely functioning little car that perfectly encapsulates the folly in Marcus's posturing masculine superiority. Here it is, Jana, who is both positioned above her male passenger and very much in the driver's seat, and from this a more general lesson can be drawn about the film's inversion of gender norms, at least according to the sexist Marcus. Men and women are different, he will tell Jana. Women are delicate, fragile, yet the film will repeatedly challenge his assumptions and prejudices about women's capabilities. The example provided here regarding the claustrophobic car Jana drives, and her broken passenger seat, literally placing Marcus below Jana, reinforcing a sense that he is powerless without her, visually and humorously demonstrates that, with the essential assistance of strong-willed women like Jana, from her contribution to their independent investigation, to the literal act of driving Marcus around from location to location, Marcus isn't as independent as his arrogance would let him believe. The final challenge to Marcus's sexist idea that women are delicate is also provided via Deep Red's final climactic twist. The identity of the serial killer is a woman, not a man. Carlo's mother is a serial killer. Carlo's attempts to protect and stop her is likely the source of his excessive drinking. The reveal of this killer's identity is a fantastic revelation, not only challenging Marcus's own sexist misconceptions about what women are capable of, but if the revelation surprises the audience at home too, then the viewer's own potential misconceptions about women are also challenged. In conclusion, Dario Argento's Deep Red, while a fantastic contribution to Argento's Giallo canon, filled to the brim with visual style that undeniably inspires filmmakers to this very day, Deep Red also serves as an intelligent examination of the foolishness of sexist misconceptions of masculinity and femininity that were commonplace within the 70s, retaining a sense of relevancy when considering how many women continue to experience sexist marginalisation and the underestimation of their capabilities. A great expression of thrilling gory camp, drenched in surprisingly feminist commentary, Deep Red continues to grip viewers into a mystery that has earned its position as a Giallo classic. A special thank you to my incredible tier Patreon supporter, Gil, and my super tier Patreon supporters, Constantine Bombelli and Victoria.